10 secrets you missed in the Elemental official trailer. Pixar's Elemental, the recently announced movie of Disney and Pixar studios that looks absolutely amazing. Elemental looks like it's going to be one of the most iconic Pixar movies of this decade, mainly because of its incredibly original storyline that looks so good and fresh. Elemental will be a movie with incredible scenes that will show us great lessons about life, action-packed scenes that will probably make us enjoy every part of the movie, and a storyline full of moral layers that will show us a lot of important things about life, like Pixar always does. Judging from the official trailer, Elemental will be a great movie where we will see a wonderful world full of the most amazing and interesting characters. Characters that represent the basic elements of Earth, like fire, water, earth, in such a tone that just by looking at the trailer, you know it's just gonna be very fun to watch. The trailer of Elemental makes you feel very good because of how well made it is. The fun aesthetic of the movie makes it very joyful to watch, and the funny tone makes it very happy as a whole. The official trailer is also good because it shows us everything we need to know about the basic plot and storyline of the movie, but at the same time, it shows us nothing at all. It doesn't reveal that much. It's perfectly made to be a perfect trailer, so we can go to the movies and watch the movie as a whole. It will be a fascinating movie to watch, that will be for sure. Elemental will tell us the story of a world where the basic elements of life, water, fire, and earth all coexist with each other in a beautiful utopia where every character lives their life in a simple but yet funny way. Inside this world, there is a character whom we don't know that much about, but we will know a lot more in the movie, is made of fire, and throughout the movie she will meet her opposite element, water, a guy who is as adaptable and smooth as water. And in the movie, the two opposite elements will show us how sometimes in life, two opposite elements can attract. But there are a lot of secrets that you guys have missed in the Pixar's Elemental official trailer, guys. Secrets that you definitely missed because of how fast, dynamic, fun, and joyful the trailer is. There are many secrets that slipped out of your vision and you probably missed. So without further ado, let's get straight into the 10 secrets you missed in the Pixar's Elemental official trailer. Let's go, guys! At the beginning of the trailer, when the doors of the Elemental world open in such an epic and incredible way, we see a lot of elements, and one of them that we see flying around are the clouds. The clouds represent the air/oxygen element in such a funny way. We also see one character of this element get poofed by a car that was passing by on the road. As we can see, the design of the clouds is very original and it looks very fun. Taking into account that Pixar has decided to adopt a new design for the Elemental movie, mixing animated characters within a very realistic looking background, that makes it very interesting to see. We can see the difference right here. The clouds are no different and their textures look mesmerizing. But these clouds are not made on accident. They are a secret reference to the Pixar short called Partly Cloudy. Released on May the 29th of 2009, it tells us the story of Gus, a lonely cloud who creates the babies of different sorts of animals to then have his friend Pet deliver them around the world. But in the process of their friendship, things get messy between them and Peg has to learn how to handle the short temperament of Gus while still carrying his job. This short is not very known, but knowing that Pixar always recycles their short characters to put them in their original movies, this is not the first time they do it, and it's an obvious reference. As we see in the official trailer, the second main character of the movie will be Wade, representing the water element, and he does it perfectly because he acts and behaves exactly like you would think water would behave if it was alive. He is goofy, easygoing, and adventurous to the extent that when he meets Ember, who represents the fire element, also in a great way by the way, he takes her out of her comfort zone and shows her the world where he lives, showing their parents and whole city of Elemental that the law of element attraction can be broken in such a special situation. Wade seems like a great guy, and we will have a lot of fun watching him, but as we know, Pixar always leaves Easter eggs of their characters in previously released movies, and Elemental is no different. In the movie Lightyear, released on the summer of last year, there was a scene where we see a food or bottle dispenser that Buzz uses to fill himself up before going on a space mission. And if we look closely on the name of the bottles, we can see that it's called Wade Water, and right next to it we can see a sketch of the one and only Wade, the main character of this amazing looking movie, waving his hand in the air as we see in the logo. A hidden secret in the Elemental trailer that you probably didn't pick up on, guys. In the official trailer, right in the scene when Ember is walking inside the train passing by the different elements as we see them for the first time living their goofy lives, as I said, we see a lot of elements, but in the same scene, we also see a cloud that enters the train, and as she's walking inside, we see all of the elements in the background. and then she goes ahead and sits on the top of the train instead of the train seats. Now, if we look at the right of this scene, we see this promotional sign that says periodical. Well, this is a reference to the periodic table, which is the key factor in this movie because it is the standard arrangement of all the chemical elements that exist in our universe and we also see in the movie. Helium, for example, which is a chemical element that we also see written in a traffic sign at the beginning of the trailer too, and a plethora of all the chemical elements in the world. It is key to this movie's plot, and they couldn't make it without reference in here. So that's why we see it referenced in the train. At the start of the trailer, we see the same thing that I told you guys before. The amazing door of the elemental world opens and we see how massive and colorful the whole universe looks. Then we see the whole town of Elemental going to see a match of some sort. It's very clear that these matches have a huge following and are very popular in the elemental world, as we see also at the end of the trailer when Wade becomes a water wave and gets everyone wet in the stadium while they're watching the match. But we still don't know anything about this sport or event that happens in the stadium. It's still very much of an enigma. But in the next scene after this one, we see the inside of the stadium and a bunch of clouds representing the air element flying around inside of it. And if we zoom closely right at the bottom left of this shot, we see this promotional banner right here that says H2O. Well, this is a reference and a wordplay around the element H2O. H2O is the chemical composition of water, the element that the main character Wade represents. It's a mix between the chemical hydrogen and oxygen, composed of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Hence H2O. Hydrogen 2 atoms and oxygen 1 atom. As of now, we still don't know a very important part of the movie that doesn't come up in the official trailer, and we have no idea about it and the details of it whatsoever, and that is the year that the movie will take place. We don't know when the movie will take place, in what year it will take place, and in what era it will take place. You may argue that it's a fictional world and it doesn't have to be a date. You may argue one thing, that it's a fictional world and it doesn't have to have a date, but that is not entirely true. As we know, there have been a lot of movies released by Pixar set in fictional worlds, but they still have a date year when the movie takes place. But we don't know anything and we don't know when this movie will take place, right? Well, in the second 29 of the trailer, when Ember is riding her motorcycle across the city in the middle of a celebration, right at the side of this scene, we see this year written on the front of a restaurant. 1983. So this could be the year when the movie takes place. It would honestly make a lot of sense with Pixar's timeline since their last movies were about the future and the 2000s. So it would be the first movie in a long time to be focused on the 80s of a fictional world. Also, 1983 was also the year when John Lasseter, one of the 3 creators of Pixar Animation Studios, was fired from Disney, which led him to meet and in turn be hired by Ed Catmull, the other founding father of Pixar, to work at Lucasfilm, the parent company of what would later be turned into Pixar. And this is honestly a jab that the creators of Pixar wanted to throw at Disney for firing him that year. So funny. Elemental will tell us the story of a world where the different chemical elements that exist in our universe coexist with each other in such a fun and fresh universe. They try not to make each other's lives harder, but it's hard when you are the opposite chemical and you come in contact with your opposite. Just like it happens with our 2 main characters of the movie, Wade and Ember. Ember is a girl made up of fire who has spent her entire life in Firetown. But one day, while she's on her basement, a pipe leaks and water starts pouring out onto her, which obviously is bad for her since it's the opposite element, water touching fire. Well, the water that comes out is the character Wade, whom she becomes really good friends with, and he makes her get out of her fire city to explore the outside and vast world of the elemental world, while he takes her through the different cities that she has never seen before, and we will be seeing that too. An amazing plot and movie that will sure make us have such a great time. You will be able to watch Elemental on June the 16th of 2023, this summer guys, so prepare your popcorn and get ready for the movie. And well, my guys, that's all the dose of DJ there is for today. I really hope you guys liked this video and liked all of these amazing secrets you missed in the Elemental official trailer. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you liked it, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one, my guys. Peace!